everyone. My name is Ethel, and this is Ethel's Insight. So today I have my counselor and Lawrence, and it's gentleman affair. Yes, because today we are going to talk about redefining a man in a marriage. So since our counselor is married, everything will be easy for us. We are going to understand it very well, and I think Lawrence will also learn one or two things from it,
I
right?
will, I will.
Very soon you'll be getting married, so
Very soon can be the next 5 years.
let's say next year. Okay, so redefining a man in a marriage. Before we start, please subscribe to Ethel's Insights on YouTube, comment, like, and share, and follow us on all our social media platforms, Ethel underscore Insight. Facebook is Ethel Asamoah. So let's get started. Counselor, let me start with you since you are the counselor. You know much in this marriage things here. So first of all, can you explain to us redefining a man in a marriage? First of all, what is even marriage in the first place?
Okay, thank you very much. And I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are watching us to
Yeah.
our viewers. Yeah, I think you've been doing well. I watched your last post, which was talking about respect for elderly people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah,
Really?
so so I think you've been doing very well.
Yeah.
And redefining man, yeah, in marriage actually. First of all, we have to define who a man is,
Okay.
and defining who a man is, I'll define it as a Christian. I will define it as a man being a person who is created in the image and likeness of God, and that is what the Bible defines a man to be. Yeah. So if we put it in the context of marriage, then that means that we are saying that the man should be an example, or the man should be an ambassador of God in the marriage. Yes.
So with the you sent us a video, we watched the video. So how can that relate to redefining a man in a marriage?
So everything today, I was listening to, I think, City FM, and they were talking about marriage. Yeah, family life, and the program, family life. It's on every Saturday's morning, yeah, around 7. And the person who came on board today said that everything that he's doing now, he's a man. Everything that he's doing now, actually, he learned it from his dad. So that means that as a man in the house, you are modeling your children. Whatever you do, your children are watching. Most of the times, they will not come to you and tell you that, Daddy, we are watching you. But actually, when you leave the house, or maybe when you are no more, it's the things that you, the man, taught them that they are living with. So we have a generation of people who, I think, when you look at them, you see where they are coming from, their homes that they are coming from. Because most of the times, there was no leadership example there as a man. And that is why every time I tell people that when you get married, one most important person is your husband. And even if the marriage breaks down, or maybe if the marriage goes through a divorce, it's very important that you let the kids know their father. Because if they know their father, that is how they can model their life. Yes. So it is very important to have a man in the house. A man in the house shows that there is somebody to take responsibility. Yeah.
So Lawrence, okay, since okay, you're not married, but let me ask you, if you get married, what would be your responsibility in the marriage?
My responsibility as a man.
Yeah.
I think, per what counselor said, my main responsibility is to be able to portray the character of a leader. So I need to make sure I set good examples for my children and then my family as a whole. Because marriage is something like a partnership. Two people comes together and then they make one whole family. So I need to make sure um, I'm providing for my family. I should be there for my family emotionally, financially, like always be present. I think that should be the main responsibility of a man in a marriage. Like you should be there for your family always.
Okay, so with the you see, I sent you a video, right? Did you watch the video? So with the video, I'm sure my editor will play the video on the screen. So with the video, it was like the lady was angry at the husband that the husband is too calm, he's humble, like he doesn't react and those things. For you, what do you think? Like something can what do you think can be done about it?
So
And what do you think is the problem for okay? I have to talk for the ladies though.
I
So talk
think
for the
I
talk for
think
the talk for the men, I'll talk for the ladies.
I think you didn't want to bring the ladies in the
Yeah.
picture. Okay, so I think I feel that the first process, the first stage in your relationship, maybe if you've met a lady or a man that you want to marry, you need to maybe ask this question: uh, How do you define love? And then two, um, how are we going to build a home? Because you see, with the video I saw,
Yeah.
it's like the lady growing up came from a different home set
Yeah.
from the man. You see, maybe from the video you saw that the man had a very peaceful growing up environment, but the lady also saw that maybe having peace with your husband is you fighting with your
But
husband,
yeah.
or maybe you quarreling with your husband. So in an environment where there is no quarrels or there's no fight, it doesn't portray a happy home, because in a happy home there should be fight. And actually, from where I sit, I've gotten a lot of a lot of people talking to me about that, and then a lot of counseling have gone down the drain on that. And one thing that came to me was a lady who was in a relationship, and what happened was that um she tells us that she feels all right, or she feels that you can have good sex with her if you beat her.
Hey.
And and and
Wow.
and and, and she if the more she cries, and then you have sex with her, that's how she feels good.
A woman.
A woman.
She's a woman.
Lawrence,
So-
what's your problem?
and
Seriously.
and also I've had a lot of encounter with such people like that. So you see, it tells you the kind of homes they are coming from,
Yeah.
because sometimes the home culture is like, sometimes the mother or the father will fight with the mom, and then after that they will say that, I love you. So that is the only part, that is the only time that the children come to hear the word I love you. So growing up in such an environment, the children have defined love like, okay, if you beat me, then you settle it, then you tell me I love you, or you buy sweet things for me. And mind you, I saw also a video like that. The interviewer was interviewing somebody, and then he asked the person was saying that I have a boyfriend, even not married though, a boyfriend who always beats me, and after beating me, um what the boyfriend does is that he buys me my favorite meal, which is rice, to console me.
So, like the lady is trying to say that she can't buy the food herself. How much is the meal?
Mm. And after that, that is the only time that I become okay, and then we go back to the relationship. So that is how they define relationship to be, or love to be. Yes.
Lawrence, what would you do if you were in that situation?
So you can never understand women.
Don't
Uh,
try it.
uh,
I'm let you. You.
oh, I want to say we are only talking about how our homes used to be.
Yeah.
Love shouldn't be chaotic. Women, you can never understand women. I've been in a this situation before. I was in a relationship, and what's her name? Is soft.
Hey.
I'm a soft guy,
I
yeah,
understand. I
soft
understand.
guy. It's just yo. Oh, yeah, soft. Like, you get me?
Yeah.
Mbappe, if they want to be rude, that's how they want to be. It is our relationship, Muna. There is always peace in the house. Amompe, amoye hida.
Yeah.
Huh. Always be, and I will say, Obani say, okay, there's this kind of pressure here because they are dramatic. Into they be per se, they want to create something, they want to see something. Into as a man, no, someone will say if you're not doing certain things to them, they feel you don't really love them. But that's not it. Or baby or no ma, ibia, say only Obama one.
Yeah.
And something goes wrong. Maybe the guy says something which is bad or something, not or apologizing to man and then a person won't fight it for
Yeah.
some time. And
You're
and
talking
this
about yourself, right?
I'm a man, I'm not a woman.
No, I mean.
Saying
Yes.
sorry.
Mhm.
Oh, he said sorry. The
Okay.
if you want to cut everything short, just say sorry. But you don't want it that way. If you're more per se, with me or coming. I don't want to answer your calls. I'll not talk to you. And the video now they sending me. Honestly, me share just few seconds, like
The boy
10 seconds.
you
Because now me vex. I mean, I didn't tell lady we be see. You can never understand women. So
But the
I
thing
agree.
is, too much peace will make the relationship boring.
Who told you?
No,
Oh, it's
it
true.
doesn't. It
You
doesn't make.
want drama.
That's how they are killing people.
It doesn't make the relationship boring. You see, let me say this. Um, I grew up from a place where I saw my dad most of the time when my mom is not around because my mom also is a business person, and when she's home, she's really active. But I grew up from a family where when I saw my dad sometimes go to the kitchen to prepare food for us, and most of the times
I like where you are going.
I
Yeah.
I saw.
I don't know what to say.
Am I shaking some tables?
What are you
I
trying to
also
say?
I also grew up from a family where I saw my dad on Saturdays most of the times when my mom is washing. What he does is that he goes to take a broom or maybe he just cleans some cobwebs and others. And after that he's the one to maybe sit us at the hall and then guide us whilst my mom's not so that we will not distract my mom.
Mm.
Yeah, I also grew up in a home where I saw my dad sometimes take us out, and then sometimes he goes to clean the dishes. And let me tell you, up to now, even that I'm married, when I eat, I take my plate to the kitchen. I don't let my wife wash it.
I like
And and the children, the kids knows that it's daddy who wash the plates.
Yeah.
So
Up
you
to
have that
now,
title in the house.
I have that title in the
Daddy
house.
washer.
Yeah, and
Lawrence, I know you not do it. You not
and
Oh, I've been doing that. I
Right.
wash
I'm not.
the plate, I scrub, just say.
I'm not saying that my wife can't do that, but I feel that maybe
You like that
she
title.
no, I feel that she has a lot of responsibilities when I go for work,
Mm.
and sometimes you see the kids come home early from school, so she has a lot of response. So the only thing that I can do to help her when I come back from work, even late, is that I go to the kitchen and then clean the dishes. And it's not my responsibility, but I'm just helping her.
Yeah.
But let me say this as a caution: it is the man only gets angry when you try to push it on him as that is his responsibility.
Yes.
Because in the culture or in the settings, it is a woman's job to go to the kitchen.
Yeah.
It is, and it is not the man's job, but the man can only help like how I'm helping if he's willing to do it. Yeah, but it is not the man's responsibility to be doing that.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's just like, let me take it for example. If you have a good wife, and then your wife maybe try to maybe help with the provision of the house. You know, there is something. The man has only three P's. Yeah, the first P is to be the priest. The second P is to protect, and then the third P is to provide. So as a man, you have to function in these three P's. Yeah, but if your wife is also willing to help you, it doesn't mean that is his responsibility. That is her responsibility, but she's just trying to help you out. Yeah, and then every time too, there should be a balance so that if you are not there, somebody fills in the gap. So up to now, I still wash the dishes. It doesn't take anything from me
Well, I
as the
know you,
man
you
of the
can do that.
house.
I know you.
Yeah. And when I come back, most of the times even the kids tell the mommy that, mommy, I don't want you to bath me. I want daddy to
Hey,
bath
wow.
me. You see,
Eh,
it doesn't take anything from me as a
Yeah.
man. Yes.
But sometimes, you know, some men, you can see that their wives are suffering. Their wives are doing everything in the house, but they don't care.
it is because
But,
man,
but
no
they
ye
have
chabe
this, oh,
chabe.
yeah, chabe acceptance.
Yes.
But they have this mindset that, she's a housewife, so she has to do, even though the lady has a work and everything, has her money and everything, but she's a housewife, so she has to do everything in the house. But sometimes we the ladies we get tired. So you
Maybe I mean, come on.
uh-huh.
Thank you so much for the word. I think you're a good washer. So I feel there is this character in a man that only comes out or only manifests when a lady respects or submits to the man. Because Bible I can hear Christopher. I like it when he said, let's enter the Bible. Because we are Christians. So, if say Oba respect a bema to a certain level, a man can do anything for that woman. Mano say for example, you can say Gary and Colano, Mano they mean to chance in
Not only the kids, even I can most of the times I take my wife to the listen to the bathroom and clean her up.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here.
When I see her, I see that she's tired and she come back. Yeah.
Sanctification.
Yeah.
It is because I feel it is because your wife has this kind of respect for you, regardless of everything. She has a way of talking to you, a way of asking you to do something to help her. I think in my account, that's how I see it. Say if a woman is able to respect a man to a certain level, just respect a man and then you are good to go.
So I'm coming from the angle where you said that if you see a woman with, most of the times even most women will not respect you, the man.
Yeah.
But as I said, I've said this here before. I said that in choosing between what is right and what is kind, choose kind. The best thing is that you see that we are all human, and then you put yourself in the place of your wife. You see, most at times the reason why most marriages fail is that there is no listen, putting yourself into the person's condition.
That is where we die
And that
early.
is that is that
The
is
men die early.
and that is selfishness. You see that your other person or your other colleague, your wife is suffering. Most of the times even your partner will not come to tell you that I need your help.
Yeah.
She wants you or he wants you to know that this place I'm struggling. And most of the times that men, because of the ego, when they are providing for the house and then there is no money, and they see that they know that yes, their wife have that money.
Yeah.
They'll not come to their wife to tell them that because of that ego. But as a good wife, you have to know where your husband is struggling. and then fix in. That is what the Bible called helpmate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means that if your husband is struggling in at certain point, you come to fix in so that there'll be a balancing and adjustment, and that's what I call helpmate. So it's most of the times even it's not that the person will tell you that I'm struggling this way, but you know the person, and since you love the person, you have been able to live with the person for so long, so you've known the person for some time. So it is you to say that I think my partner is suffering from this. I think my partner is struggling from this area in this area. So let me just help my partner, and it will raid away selfishness. Yeah.
What if your partner doesn't like find out till your other partner gets better?
As I said, you die and
You die what said? Please, you get what I'm trying to
No,
say.
no.
Like,
meaning
let's
you
say,
continue to suffer alone.
let's say your partner is in need
Mhm.
and your partner cannot tell you, and you too, you J your eye, you are not even studying anything, you are not even realizing that your partner is in need of something, and she doesn't tell you. And I'm trying to say that what if like you are not studying that thing and later your partner becomes okay or she's better and doesn't need anything.
Are you referring to marriage
Don't
or relationship?
both?
But
Don't you think it can cause conflict in the marriage or relationship?
okay, so
But
let
at some point the lady will feel like, so all this while when I was, let's say, broke, you didn't notice it to give me money or something.
okay, so let me say this. It is wrong for people to be in a relationship and do not communicate about their needs. It is wrong. It is something that we call highly inflammable. It can easily burn out the relationship. So if I am in need, or if I think that I need something and my partner can help me, even let's read it off. Even if my partner can't help me, I still have to communicate to my partner. I need money, and I feel that you are my partner. I still need to communicate to you. No matter how, maybe if you not help me or you will help me, I still need to communicate because why?
But sometimes it's difficult for me like this. It's difficult for me to come to you and tell you I need money.
Because you are not in a relationship with me. That's
Ethel,
why.
did you just say that?
For you, I'm not.
What is for you? What is for
I
you?
know what you're coming to say. So I'm just clearing
Every
everything
ship
that
is a ship. Friendship,
I'm
there
not
is a
in a
ship.
relationship. So
Relationship,
you
there is
guys
a
can
ship.
come and ask you. Get it? It's normal, but
I see. You don't want to put burden on your baby boy.
So
Alright.
you see that is why when we get married, or maybe when you are in a relationship, we tell you that make sure you bond with your partner. The bonding stage, also the communication is part. Make sure that you are free to tell your partner anything and everything, and there will not be even conflict. And even if conflict comes, you will know how to handle it, both the two of you. So if I'm struggling and then I go out and tell somebody that I'm struggling, that means that you are not my partner. Yeah.
okay. So Lawrence, you personally, are you going to do all this worship? You are not saying, as our counselor said, it's not like it's a responsibility for you.
I know.
The caution our counselor gave, it's not like it's a responsibility for you, but
Nti
are you willing?
So if I do it today, don't be expecting me to do it tomorrow. That's how women are. Oh yeah, and that. Oh yeah, and that. What the baby
I
mother?
did our shot today. You have to end it. Yes. Also,
Wow.
for you, will you do it?
It's also another way of showing love to your partner. So you have to. You have to. But you need to say it mother. You say there are sometimes, oh yeah, a more done so. There are sometimes, oh yeah, it looks normal. They will say, oh man, you did them. What I say. Yeah, but it is something you should be doing, like for your partner. And no cry, Emma, or kids, no, say, This is true love, pure love.
They will learn a lot.
Love shouldn't be expressed only in the bedroom.
Okay. So there's this thing. I don't know if it's in our era or back in the days where they will say that the men are supposed to. They are the only people supposed to pay the children's school fees. Like they are supposed to take care of the finances.
Mhm.
I don't know if in this era it's still something that is going on or should be done. Like the ladies also should the ladies also have this responsibility to
Okay,
take care of
okay,
the finance
okay.
in the house.
So putting it in a place of, well, I I think that um some ladies will say that my money is my money, but the man's money belongs to the house. I don't know whether it's the same thing that you want to
It
ask.
belongs to the house and to
Yeah,
the wife.
yeah, to the wife. Yes. You see, let me tell you something. Ladies or women were cultured or maybe were made in such a way that a man should take care of them. So no matter who a lady is, whether maybe she has her own or she doesn't have her own, if you marry a lady that has everything, she's cultured in a way that a man should take care of her.
Yeah.
So even if you can even give the lady 300, maybe if you can give the lady an amount of money just to say that, oh, this is just for your hair or this is just for your clothing, you know that she has some, but you are just giving because you are the man. Yeah, but it doesn't also make it your responsibility to take everything in the
In the
house.
house. Okay.
I tell people that if you are married, sit down with your partner. And even this one, even it doesn't start from when you are married. It starts from when you guys are dating, and even your first relationship. The first thing you ask your partner. Most of the times, when people go out for maybe if your first date, they ask unnecessary questions. It's true. You guys, you ask unnecessary questions because the first question you should ask your partner is that, okay, you said you are interested in me. So when we get married right now, how are we going to manage the finances in the house?
Yeah.
That is where you start maybe understanding the mindset of your partner. Because if your partner tells you that I will bring maybe 50, you also bring 50, you see that it's a partnership deal. But one partner will tell you that because you are the man of the house, you take entire thing.
Yeah.
You see that you are
One
going
partner.
into trouble. So marriage is a partnership, and every partnership will come with 100%.
Mm.
And maybe your 100% might be my 80%, and my 80% might be 100%. So in marriage, we all come together to build a very uniform family.
But some men are very stingy when they see that the lady has money. Oh, they will leave everything. Everything. Am I lying?
Wọ́n náà ń
Those who
bisa
are
mi.
stingy. Oh, I'm
Yóò
not
bisa
referring to
mi.
you, but oh, but I be
Yeah, yeah,
hey,
it's
some
true.
men are
It's not
stingy.
true.
It's
Yeah,
not true.
yeah.
Why is it not true?
It's not even some men. It's some women too are.
God bless you, man of God.
You see. Let me tell you a story. So there was a story that the woman actually was the person who owned the house that they were living in. And what happened was that this woman went aside to get another person as a landlord. And anytime that man comes to the house, and then the husband of the woman gives her money as rent to pay for the entire house. So there was a day that this man came, and this man was having a conversation with the landlord. And the landlord was saying that the landlord thought that maybe the wife has told him everything. The landlord said that, haven't your wife told you that she owns the house?
Eh?
It's a true story. Haven't your wife told you that she owns the house? The man said, no, my wife has never told me. She said that we rented this house.
Hmm. I'm sorry on the yeah.
The power of a woman.
So you see, so this is where I tell you that selfishness comes in,
Yeah.
because she wants everything to be hers. And in marriage, we don't do that, because you think about the other person. So you put yourself in the shoes of your husband and say that, and ask yourself that, if I was the one who, let me say, at the end of the month I bring 2,000 Ghana cedis home, how will I be able to manage it?
Yeah.
And if you ask yourself this question, then I'm sure that yourself will give you an answer to it, because he knows that it is you. But because you feel that it is not you, it's the man, that is why sometimes you behave that way.
So we are talking about finance, right? So you are saying 2,000, let's say 2,000 a month. You both have planned everything that this 2,000 will be for this. And what if something comes up? Sometimes you can plan on doing something with this money. Now the then it spoils everything. So how are you going to manage all that?
But mind you, the 2,000 is not only the man that is bringing the 2,000 Ghana.
Not only the man.
Yeah.
Okay. So the lady too also bring 2,000.
If maybe you guys can partner together, and then maybe it will amount to 2,000, that is fine. That is for the house.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you guys also will partner together, and then maybe you bring above 2,000, maybe to be like 2,500. That means the 500 is coming from you, the lady, and then the 2,000 is coming from the man. And this just came in mind. You see, a good father leave an inheritance for his children. It's so the Bible says it. So that means that we have a first generation children and then second generation children. And also, so you are in the first generation children now, because your children happens to be your first generation. So that means that your legacy must push to the first and then the second. So children, even when children comes in, you have to also make a budget, that the kids that we are taking to school, how much are we paying for their fees? How much can we be able to pay for their fees? And how much can we be able to make sure that they are okay? It's all part of the budget. And also you have to make an investment, because you want to leave a legacy for your kids and then your other kids. So you have to make listen, you have to make a budget on all these things. So if the 2,000, if we can take, let's say 500, and then maybe keep another 500 for future things, it's okay. And then maybe we'll strive on the ones that is left.
It is good you are married.
Yeah. So Lawrence, if you don't mind, can you share maybe something little about how you are going to manage your home? Like, give us a picture of it.
Manage
How
my home.
your home will be like. Yeah.
First of all, my home is going to be
Your home is not what?
my home is going to be the house of God,
Okay. A suffolk.
not a soft person. Not a soft person. See, think I'll make sure that my family knows God. Then they are really firm in their faith. And know that aside that, I think it's in America first, providing for your family should be a key responsibility of every man. So I'll do anything in my capability or in my capacity
Yeah.
to be able to cater for my kids and then my beautiful wife.
Aww. Are we expecting? Am I going to see her very soon?
Very soon. I'm single
Your
now,
wife
so
too. You are single.
I'm still single. I've been single for a while.
Yeah, yeah, me who you are single. Hey. Okay, so our final words, Lawrence, just summarize everything for us. Your last word, what you have to tell the viewers?
Don't be selfish. If you're a woman, if you're a man in a relationship, even um, in a society, in a friendship, don't be selfish.
Okay.
Think about the feeling of others too.
Yeah.
Then give the helping hand.
Thank you. God bless you. What's that?
So what I'll say is I want to define the alphabet man.
Okay.
The M means that you manifest God. So a man is a manifestation of God, who God is. That's why the Bible says that let's make man in our own image. So when you see man, you've seen God.
Mm.
And the A means that his attitude must speak.
Mm.
So if I come to the house, I should know who the man is by how the kids and then how the wife even behaves. If you enter a house, you will know who the man is.
Mm.
Yeah, it's because the attitude speaks, and nobody will tell you that this is the children of this man, because when you see them, their attitude, you see who the man is, and then the N should stand for I'm nothing without God, and that is what the Bible talks about in marriage content, that we have threefold: you, your wife, and God. So whatever happens, you have to know that there is a head, which is God. And let me sound this caution again. Let me sound this question. A husband is different from a boss.
Mm. Preach it, sir.
I'll say that again. A husband is different from a boss. A husband, most of the times, you make sacrifices.
Yeah.
And most of the times, even when you don't feel like doing it, you have to do it.
Mm.
But a boss can say that today, I don't feel like coming for work, or I don't feel like doing anything. He's the boss. You can't hold
Can't do
him.
anything about it.
You can't do anything
Yeah.
about it. But that is not a husband. So if you are in the house and then you feel that if I do this for my wife will be okay. If you are the wife and then you feel that if I do this for my husband will be okay, then do it. Because as I said, a husband is different from a
A
boss.
boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. A husband is different from a boss. God bless you, Pastor, for always coming. Whenever I tell you to, like, I can text him. Let's say so we are supposed to shoot on Saturday. I can text him like Wednesday or Tuesday and be like, Pastor, please, I want you to come this Saturday. And he'll be like, oh, that's fine. God bless you. And God bless you, Lawrence, too. He
Amen.
went for an all night, but he's here.
Open chichimu.
But he's here. He has to sacrifice for me, for my sake. So God bless you, and you will ye funeral, 12th April. I got
That's
it
why I'm
right.
come to
Mm.
12th
11,
April.
11,
11th, rather. 11th, 11th, Saturday.
Saturday,
I thought 12 years Saturday.
Oh, okay.
If I fail,
Oh, yeah. I know what that.
temperature 12. We're Kaneshi.
11.
8. 11, I'm
April,
sorry.
yeah, Kaneshi,
Kaneshi,
runabout.
Runabout. Simpatro, you should come. Let's show him love. It's our body. As soon as I made the Jama Lawrence. So you can.
So, but Edu Sikasa, you see their powers.
And then sometimes you'll be busy. So I have to take it for you.
Okay.
And now,
This
like,
Bible say no man can you know.
this is how I never did the amount.
Oh,
So, what's my fan favorite? We should.
hey, what the casa say we were happy. I think we are done for today.
But I mean, I made it, so please, move on, brand. And thank you guys so much. Subscribe to Ethel's Insights on YouTube, comment, like, and share. So we are out. Bye.